my Bubba crew, and welcome to Ready or Not, the game review for 2022. Okay, so here recently, about I think a week or two ago, I purchased Ready or Not because I've seen everyone from TikTok and YouTubers play it, and I'm like, let me try it out. So I tried it, and it is an amazing game. I think the last two streams I've on YouTube that I've been doing, it's actually an amazing game. It's very immersive, and it's basically a SWAT team simulator. And don't get me wrong, there's some bugs in there and everything like that, but it is so fucking good. I love it, and I'm gonna keep playing it and things like that. I probably won't do lives, but I will make more videos on it and then do some exploring, like if there's updates and things like that. So these are the things that I actually liked. Like, you can play solo if you decide to and don't play with friends, or if your friends are busy, you can do solo and you get to play with the AIs. And I'll get to the AIs when you do solo later on. So the other thing that I did love and like, well, same thing, if you decide to turn the HUD off, it's actually way more immersive, and you have to be careful with the bullet counts, how many bullets you waste. You can't just go in there guns blazing, fully auto, just like clear rooms and shoot fucking people and shit. And the graphics, this is the third one. The graphics are very fucking good. It's like, I think Unreal Engine 3 or 4, one of the two. The one before 5, so it has to be 4. And also, you can customize. The one thing I truly love about this game is that you can customize your weapon automatically. You don't have to level up or any of that like you do in other multiplayer games. I love the fuck out of that. It's so awesome. Like, I went in there and I could upgrade my. There was a M4, a 416. I forget the beginning part of it, and there's another AK variant, and that's a good one. And the MP5s and every single one of the weapons, even the shotguns, pistols, all of it's fully customized. You don't have to level up like you do in Call of Duty or any of that. And I love the shit out of that. So that's very good praise on that. I love that. What I see on number 5 of the things that I liked, that is basically a team-based game. So that means you have to rely on your friends or strangers for communications. Like, say, if you're going to breach into a drug house, you're be like, all right, I'm gonna go left, you go straight, you go right. And you all just like basically say, all right, the left side's clear, middle's clear, and right side's clear. I said right twice, I meant left. And literally, you got to be careful, because if you go into, like, say, a drug house, and you got to make sure, if you could yell at the suspects to drop the weapons or anything, or if they open fire, you have to shoot, or you could just automatically shoot them. It doesn't count against you because they have a weapon and you're taking them out. And you got to be careful. The one thing I've noticed, the one thing I did a lot was, whenever I was clearing the building and things like that, I would see a civilian, but I would think it was a suspect, and it was like charging at me, and I would just shoot him. Automatic what's that called? That thing, what's that called? It's a fast reflect. That's it. Reflect or something. Where you go pull up and shoot. That's exactly what I did. Turned out to be a civilian. I failed that objective. When you play with a team, if you play with one of your friends, even if you do duos, it's so much fun doing 2 people, or just by yourself. It's still fun. You're like, son of a bitch. And they're like, hey, I thought it was a civilian. I was that asshole. And so yeah, back to the communication and team based. It adds a lot more to the immersive, or the realism of it and stuff. I'm like, holy shit, I love this. And number 6, the different types of weapons and breaching equipment that you get are so much fun. It's just fun to breach. Whenever you're locked, you're like, okay, you could either A, use a lockpick, B, use a fucking explosive, or C, use a battering ram, or D, get a fucking tactical shotgun and just blow that bitch up. I love that. You get if you choose an AR, you can get a pistol also, and then you can get a tactical shotgun to breach. I love that. That's so much fucking cool. It's fun as fuck too. And I believe this is the last one is when you're in a home and the enemy will try to run at you and to stab you and to kill you. And if you don't pay attention and if you don't check all corners and things like that, they will fucking stab you to death. And it's fucking awesome. It makes you like got to be more cautious of every corner. Even if it's empty, you still got to be careful, because I've noticed a couple of times that enemies would run in the other from another room. They would run into the room that you're in and they will fucking stab you or shoot you. And I was like, what the fuck? That's awesome. All right, so the things that I did not like. And of course, it's going to be bugs. And what I mean by bugs is there's a time that me and my friend, me and him were doing just duos, and we were in a map, and literally one of the signs was glitching inside of the doors. Or if we would breach a door, even if you do it solos, they would if you breached a door, it would still be there and you can go through the door, but you'll block your peripheral and you can't see or anything until you go completely through the door. If you go completely through and there's like say 3 people and they start shooting you, you die. And I was like, okay, that's annoying. It happened to me like 3 or 4 times and I was like, come on. Okay, that's a bug fix they need to do. And the signs glitching and stuff like that, maybe just fix that too. Oh yes, the shotgun. Even though it's awesome as hell to use as a breaching equipment, say if you run out of ammo on the AR, happened to me multiple times, because I wasn't like conservative with my ammo, and the pistol I ran out too, because you know I was blasting them, make sure I killed them. And I just had my tactical shotgun that I breached the doors with. I would have 2 people shoot me, and I would shoot one, and he was, I think I hit him, and then he went in cover, and the other dude starts running, and I start shooting him, and it wouldn't hit him. It would hit him, but he would still go. I think it was because we were in a meth house, and they were cracked up on meth and shit, but that's just a downside. It's a shotgun. It's gonna do damage. And I was like, okay, that annoyed the shit out of me. It's more of annoyance, but some of the maps NPCs, and not NPCs, but the AI enemies, literally, there's I think one where you're going to a party and it's like a sex party, and they had security there, but them motherfuckers was hard as hell to kill, and they had sniper aims, and they would have like fucking MP5s and like Uzis and pistols and shotguns. I was like, okay, how the fuck can you go from all the way over there and shoot me at the doorway? And even if we're like crouching, they'd be like, oh, see you. I have a funny clip. I clipped it. It was I was trying to like get the civilian to safety, and then when I was gonna zip tire and radio command that, hey, there's a civilian, we got him secured, I got killed. And then my buddy, he literally went to go in there, he's like, pop her out that door, you won't. And I was like, yeah, don't be a bitch. And he didn't like that, and apparently he just popped up there, one shot, he's dead. We had to start the fuck all over, and I was dying. It was so fucking hilarious. But still, it's like, what the fuck? It's more of an annoyance though, but it's still going in. All right, number 4. When you play solo, the teammate AIs, they're smart AIs, but when you're in a fucking kitchen, like in the drug house I was in, I would go into the kitchen looking for the crystal meth because that was the objective. But when I try to leave a room or the kitchen, they would be in the fucking way. And I'm like, why are you in the way? Get out of the fucking way. You got to be a smart AI. But you're doing solos, and it's basically a multiplayer, but it's still fun to do. So that's just a point right there. It's just, that was annoying as fuck. I would love it if y'all would fix the thing. That's perfect. And that's really it. I have like literally 7 things that I love and only like 4 things that annoyed the shit out of me. I can't think of anything else on the top of my head, but yeah, it's actually a very good game. I would recommend this to anybody. It's sadly only for PC on the Steam, and it's not controller, but it's fine because as soon as you get used to the buttons on the mouse and keyboard, it's fucking amazing. So I would actually give this a 7 out of 10. If they would address the bugs and the other issues that I had with it, then it'd be an 8 or 9, possibly a 10 out of 10. But with the bugs and the issues that I had, I would have to definitely give this a 7 out of 10. to play it. It's a fun game to play with if you're bored as fuck, or if you wanted to play with friends and y'all were like, we need a new game. Ready or Not is the fucking realism, and if you want to be tactical as fuck, you could do that too. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, hit that like and subscribe, and hit that bell notification. That way you will be notified whenever I upload a video and when I go live on YouTube. That way y'all be notified. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. This is Devo's Gaming, signing off. Bye, guys.